Kerplod, 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 kerplod. The rhythmic sound of the Eredorn hooves echoed throughout the Red Rock Basin of Hidden Valley, a sound that typically kept its residents high in their carved-out homes. But today was different. A scout led the Eredorn by its reins and halted at the foothold. There, Sistenan and the leaders from Lowtide waited, poised to examine the bodies of the two males flung over the Eredorn's back. Sistenan approached, her adept eyes steady as she lifted the head of a young mortudel, perhaps in his 50s, though it was always hard to tell. Mortudels, they age so slowly. He wore Noski clothes, a predictable obstruction of allegiance by whoever sent him. The remnants of his mushy brain seeped from his nose. "You sprayed?" Sistenan asked the scout. "Of course, Your Highness." Lifting the head of the other male, the gathering saw the pink foam residue around his Noski mouth. "Just a boy servant. How sad." Sistenan sighed, a rare note of sorrow in her voice. "One for the ants, one for the berries. Eden remains undefeated," the scout boasted. "She protects us well. You'll identify them?" Sistenan asked the Lowtide delegates. "Yes, Your Highness. Science will do its best." The Lowtide scientists were impeccable. Despite the Isle's belief in their intellectual superiority, the Lowtide's minds put them to the test and had uncovered many mysteries that the Isle had yet to understand, especially of the natural and mystical order. The scientists would take the two dead specimens and test their DNA to attempt to confirm their origin. Sistenan watched as the delegates led the Eredorn across the valley floor until they'd passed beyond the Narrows. In 3 days' time, she would lead her clan down the same path for the pledging ceremony. During those 3 days, Sistenan would be hard at work, gaining allies to agree to issue a disturbance decree, reducing the number of pledges from 10 to only 5. The last time mappers invaded the South Sands 4 decades ago, they only reduced by 2, but the 426 Peace Compact made increasing the penalty for multiple offenses clear. In Sistenan's quest to save her last daughter from becoming a pledge, the reduction would certainly help, but not everyone would be in favor of it. When a daughter became a pledge, it all but ensured they would find a lucrative match. Upon bearing a viable child, the husband would execute the terms of the marriage settlement as agreed. This often meant goods, land, and money for the parents of his bride. Sistenan cared not for these things, but many in the kingdoms did, and they would require convincing.